The main characters of this movie include a brother and her sister. The girl is named Iris and she has a younger brother. Their parents had died long ago and were not financially stable. Her brother was suffering from blood cancer and she needed a lot of money so that she could treat her brother. She was searching for a job in order to treat her. She goes for an interview in a restaurant, but the manager tells him that we would inform you later about your selection. Iris comes back to home and meets her brother's doctor on very next day. She was talking to the doctor about her brother's illness, that the doctor introduces her to a man named Shepard. She says to Iris that I know about your problem, that you are worried about treatment of your brother, because you don't have enough money, but I can fix your problem. You just have to participate in one of my games that would be a kind of dare. If you would win that you will be able to treat him and would be very rich. Iris was helpless and she had no other option. She still takes it as fun. She looks into the face of doctor who tells her that it's true. Mr. Shepard has helped me also in the past. Iris also clears that her brother needs bone marrow transplant. Mr. Shepard convinces her that you need not to worry. You just have to join a party and play a game there. Iris borrows some time and Shepard says that inform me before 8 p.m. You would get huge money in case you won that game. Even I would arrange a bone marrow donor for your brother. Iris moves out from there. Doctor and Mr. Shepard talk to each other afterwards. Shepard was praising Iris that she would be a good player in the future. She has no family and she is fighting for her brother. And I want such player. Doctor says that you should not do this to her. Think once. But Shepard gives him money to stay quiet, and he moves from there. Iris receives a call from the office she appeared for interview. They apologize him about her selection. Iris was broke up and she had no other option. She calls Shepard and tells him that she would join his party. Iris goes to her brother and says that she has a party tonight with her friends, so I would stay there and would visit you in the morning. Her brother says okay. Iris was picked up from home by the car sent by Shepard. She reaches out his place and was brought to the waiting area. There were total 8 people including Lucas and Carl. Lucas and Cal introduce her from other people and tell her about other people. An old lady who was paralyzed and a person who gambled a lot were there. There was person who was under a lot of debt. That's why he was present there. He had to return money to someone. Another person who was in army once was also present over there. A girl was also present there who was sitting quiet. They were talking to each other that Shepard's butler approaches there and asks them to leave their belongings and join the dinner table. While they reach there, Shepard comes there along with his son. They were served with wine and meat. Iris denies the food as she was vegetarian. And I can't eat this. Shepard asks her to eat that. I will award you $10,000 for this. Iris gets shocked by the offer. She then starts eating meat, and Shepard makes fun of her and says that the one who has never taken meat is eating for sake of money. No, we can assume that he was about to give him dares for sake of money. Another businessman who was under a lot of debt was not drinking wine. Shepard asks him for the reason, and he replies that drinking has trolled my life. That's why my money got vanished. Shepard offers him $10,000 for drinking wine. He refuses the offer, and Shepard offers him $50,000 this time. You have to drink the whole bottle. The man was unable to refuse such a big amount, and he drinks the whole bottle. Shepard was happy that he was able to control them. Now the dinner ends up, and Shepard says that I will tell you the purpose of coming here. He says that we would play a game named Would You Rather. You would be given 2 options, option A and option B. You will have to choose one option, and the one who survives till the end would be winner. One person inquires him that how would one get eliminated. Shepard says that the one who will not choose his dare in time would be eliminated, and the one having capacity to play till the end would win the game. Shepard says that now is the time. I'm not forcing anyone. If anybody wants to leave the dare, he may leave. The businessman who was awarded the $50,000 was ready to leave. Then he thinks of something and sits back again. So now he was ready to participate. For sake of money, nobody leaves as everyone desired money, so they decided to play. Shepard says that as now everyone wants to play the game, so I tell you the first dare. He calls his butler who enters the room while having an electric shock machine with him. Shepard tells that he was once an agent who used to give shocks to torture prisoners. He used to punish them. Everyone gets scared by that. And the businessman tries to escape by keeping his amount. Shepard stops him by saying that now you have lost the opportunity. I gave you the option earlier, but no, you can't leave. But the businessman tries to escape and was shot in the head. All of the participants get scared by this. Their first dare starts and electrical belts were attached to their heads. That would give them the shock. First of all, Cal was chosen. Belt was fixed on his head and his partner was that silent girl. Cal had to choose the one who would be given the shock. Cal was very kind-hearted and he chooses himself for the shock. Now it was the turn of that silent girl. The old lady was also tied up with the belt. When that girl was asked, she chooses the old lady for the shock, because she was never a good girl. It was very painful to old lady under the shock. The turns revolve this way, and they complete their dares. Lucas also gets the shock twice as he was also a gentleman. Instead of Iris, he takes the shock by himself. Now it was Iris's turn. Carl was her opponent. Iris was also kind-hearted, and she takes the shock by herself instead of Cal. This was very painful, as everyone completed the dare so nobody was eliminated. All of the participants were scared and Shepard's son approaches them. He was laughing at them, and the army person starts arguing with him. "You should be ashamed of this." Shepard's son replies that you would regret on this. He then leaves from there. Then Shepard reaches out there and says, "Let's start second dare." He says that you have 30 seconds to choose your dare. Now it was Iris's turn, who had to pinch in Cal's feet or to stab army person with lather stick. The ex-army person says that you should stab me instead of Cal as he may bleed well. Although she never wanted that, but she hits him thrice. His skin gets separated and he starts to bleed. Now it was Lucas's turn, who had to stab Iris, or should stab the same ex-army person. The ex-army person sacrifices himself again and asks him to stab me again. Lucas hits him thrice, although he never wanted it to happen. Shepard's son was becoming much happier as he did that intentionally, so that he could take revenge from him. Now the turns revolves to the same army person. He had to stab Lucas, or should stab himself again. He never wanted to stab anyone else, so he desires that he may stab again. He was given the punishment again. Now it was another person's turn, who had that old lady an opponent. He had to stab the army person again, or should stab the old lady in the feet. He know the conditions of ex-army person. He thinks to stab the old lady as her lower body was already paralyzed. He thinks that she may not feel the pain. He stabs her in vain, and she bleeds a lot. Now it was old lady's turn. Her other participant was that silent girl. She was also allowed to stab ex-army person thrice as her second option. She takes her revenge and stabs that silent girl in feet. Now that silent girl was given the option of hitting that army person, or she may stab any participant. She stands up and asks whether she could stab anywhere. Shepard says, "Yes, I'm favoring you because nothing happened to you in last round, because your points were high." She stabs Iris on her side and luckily she gets less pain. Then noises appear that the old lady is not moving, neither she is talking. Upon checking her, it was sure that she is no more. Her dead body was moved out of the room. Now it was Cal's turn. He was given the same option, or he should stab in Lucas's feet. The silent girl says that we should not help each other as nobody would eliminate this way, and how winner would be selected. Cal agrees to her. He stands up and hit that ex-army person thrice. That man was injured so much that he was unable to play any game. He was also thrown out of the room. Now Shepard and his butler were thinking of the next dare, and Lucas noticed the open door. He take Iris outside the door and attacks the security guards. Iris runs away from there. Shepard takes out his gun and shoots Cal in anger. Shepard orders everyone to find Iris, though she came out of the room, but she finds that all the doors were locked from outside. Shepard's son finds her and tortures her. She in turn stabs him and he falls down. On the other hand, Iris's brother Doctor was ashamed that he has sent her at wrong place. He wanted to save them, and we see that he appears over there. He had a gun in hand and says, "Iris, not to worry. I will take you out from here." Shepard's butler appears over there and shoots the doctor. He takes Iris back to the playing area and tells Shepard that his son was teasing her. Shepard apologizes her for this. The game starts again and they bring a big drum full of water. They were given two options. Either they had to put their head inside water for 2 minutes, or one should choose the envelopes lying in front of each. A person's upon his turn opens up the envelope on which a firecracker was drawn. Shepard tells him that a firecracker would be set on your arm and it would explode there. He was happy as it was a small dare for him, but when he sees the firecracker he gets shocked, as that was never a firecracker but it was a bomb. The bomb was tied to his hand and his hand explodes up with the bomb. He gets shocked much enough that he dies instantly. His dead body was also thrown out of the room. Next turn belonged to Lucas, who also chooses envelope having an eye drawn on it. Shepard tells him that you have to make a cut on your eye with the blade. Lucas says that how is it possible? He denies of it, but Shepard gives him 30 seconds only. Lucas had no option, so he makes a cut on his eye. Now it was Iris's turn. She chooses to stop her breath inside the water drum. Shepard's butler firmly grasps her head, preventing her from removing it. As she puts her head inside, she thinks of her brother. Her brother had told her about the life he wished to survive. She was thinking that she had to do this for her brother. Luckily, 2 minutes pass and she survives. Now it was the turn of Silent Girls, who chooses envelope as she was afraid of water. When she opens up the envelope, Digit 4 was written upon it, which meant that she had to survive 4 minutes under the water. Butler pushes her head inside the water, but she couldn't bear and dies of suffocation. Now only 2 participants were left. One is Iris and other one is Lucas. Shepard tosses up and Iris wins the toss. He tells her that she would be given 2 options. Either you can save Lucas by taking him along with her, but she will get no money in this case. And secondly, you should shoot Lucas and would be awarded a lot of money. Lucas tells her that I also have 3 sisters, so please don't shoot me. We can go home and would earn money from somewhere else. Please don't do this. But Iris thinks of his brother. She unwillingly takes out the gun and shoots Lucas. Shepard and his butler clap for her. That you have done this. You are winner. Iris puts her head down after shooting him, which meant that she was regretting upon shooting him. Shepard gives her a lot of money and tells her that we have found a bone marrow donor also. Iris reaches her home and finds that his brother was asleep as it was very early morning. She was not wanting to wake his brother up. She goes out to take shower and becomes fresh. When she comes back to wake up his brother, she finds that he had committed suicide after taking a lot of medicines. Iris gets shocked by this, and the movie ends up here. This movie has 2 moral lessons: that greed makes our own loss, and money should not be the priority, but relations should be important.